Hey guys, what's going on? It's your favorite rage baiter. And yeah, today I want to ask the question, are we born to rage bait each other? Now, as to what prompted this to for me to ask this question is honestly my nephew. My nephew is a year and 8 months, and it's just been interesting to see how an infant, like, when toddler, basically kind of learns quote unquote morality and language and stuff and how they intersect. So I mean, yeah, like, obviously he's cute, bro, of course he is, but like around maybe 4 to 5 months ago, he learned the word no, or as he would say, no, because thing is, we want him to be bilingual from the start, like my family does, and like of course my brother over there, since he lived with us over here for a time, he knows English, and so does my sister-in-law, thankfully, as well. But so yeah, everything for a little while, I would say, like, maybe a month or two after that point was no. We asked him, nos querés, do you love us? And he would say no, and stuff like that. Obviously, that wasn't true. He was just learning the meaning of the word. But bro was literally like a year, less than a year and a half old, and he was already rage baiting. um, and and then, like, when we went over in Guatemala, like around almost 2 months ago now, every day, like, he was basically chasing me around, and like, in Guatemala, I use my manual chair for the most part, but inside our house, like, my mom had a ramp built and stuff like that. That's where I use my electric chair. um and like inside the little settlement that we live in, like, to walk to the park and stuff like that. That's where I use my electric chair. But he's fascinated with pushing uh uh my chair, and everything is Tio, uncle, or uncle, because he knows both words. So um yeah, and so yeah, he's always chasing me around, uh and he, like, tests things out, essentially. Like, for example, we went to Puerto San Jose for like a weekend for my brother's birthday and stuff like that, and sort of a late Mother's Day celebration, let's say, with my cousins and my brother and my mom and stuff. And we're on the last day at Puerto San Jose in Escuintla, and like, in the Airbnb we were staying at, there was a pretty ornate chair, and he started saying, like, Tio, aquí, uncle, here. And like he started pushing on the chair, and I told him, mira vos, en esa silla no me puedes empujar porque no tiene ruedas. Look, man, that chair you can't push me because it doesn't have wheels. And he said, oh, I was surprised he understood, and like, yeah. And then when we got back one day, um, he 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 was like playing around on my chair, touching stuff. You know how little kids are, cause they're curious. My electric chair, and he was grabbing at my seatbelt, and I told him eso no se toca, así con las manos no, cause I didn't want him to press the actual button, but. You know what he does, guys? You know what he does? He takes. I don't. I guess my brother had left his key on the table or something, but he takes the long end of the key. I don't even know what that part is called. And he presses the seatbelt button with the long end of the key. Lil bro is a lawyer. That's a wild, man, because I said así con las manos, no, not with your hands like that. So I mean, he rage baited me, bro. He didn't do it with his hands, so he was still technically doing what I said. Technically, he wasn't doing anything wrong. But I call that little man Wittgenstein the way he's playing language games. But um no no although real ones know that part of the development of the later Wittgenstein did come from his interactions teaching children at Trachtenbach. Uh so 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 yeah, it just like it's very very interesting. I do think that in a lot of ways the way we are is taught, right? Humans aren't really born with. I do think almost everyone has the capacity to learn morality and language. Of course, that's one of the distinguishing features of humanity, but if you're not brought up necessarily, or if those actions are all that you see or all that is enabled from you, and you're not disciplined, well, then you can't be surprised when people turn out to not know morality. And especially if you live in a culture as we do today of like hyper capitalistic, hyper individualistic, like all that matters to me is my desire and no one else does, and I need to have things now, now, now. Like, I mean, I think a lot of us really take morality for granted, and little kids, toddlers are can really be a space for us to really like stop, think, and reflect about, like, okay, like, this is um basically we just need to remember that what we do as adults for them and to them and lead by example with them affects them growing up. Because remember, yes, we all have genetic personality proclivities based on like our parents and grandparents. Like, see stuff within my parents that is similar in me and stuff like that. But, you know, environment matters a lot too. I've noticed, um, and I predicted it. Real ones know. Back in July 2022, when I took a break, when I first started grad school, I said this, that the rise of biologically essentialist and biologically determinist thinking was gonna happen, and unfortunately I've been proven right. Just remember, bro, um the next time, a little kid does something annoying, or like, let's say, slightly what we would consider weird or out of place, remember that they're learning and they're looking to you to learn. All right, see you guys. Bye.